Hi guys, it's Chelsea here and welcome back to my channel. And today we have a guest, Leone.
Hi guys.
Yeah, and today we're at school filming a video called Things I Learned or Things We Learned in Our 7 Years of High School. So we're basically just gonna go through tips and cheats and tricks that we realized over our 7 years to kind of help you guys to have a smoother sailing time within high
Exactly.
school. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys. So the first thing we're gonna be talking about is schoolwork. So this is funny. At our school, schoolwork was like a very, very big part of, like, this is the school for academics, right? And since we entered like seventh grade, which is first form here in the Caribbean, it's very, very pressuring and very, very demanding. So what I realized many first formers feel like is that it's either they don't belong or they can't manage the work, because most of us were first in our classes or valedictorians at our primary or prep schools.
Yeah.
So when we came here now, we were like all first place,
All smart.
all
Intelligent.
smart, all
Yeah.
intelligent. Exactly. So that was one thing I realized that a lot of persons had problems with. One thing that probably I'd say helped me to deal with it was kind of setting like a timetable schedule type thing. And like, even if it wasn't strict, because I personally couldn't stick with a strict schedule.
Yeah.
It was a schedule, and it kind of worked because I knew that I had to get this and this done, and before I could like waste time.
Exactly.
If you get me.
Yeah.
So that was something that kind of helped me to deal with the stress of school.
Yeah. For me, I am a really goal-orientated person. So what I would do, so when I came in first form, I didn't get a 90 on my first average, and I was like, wow, what's going on there?
Same.
Damn it. So what I did after that, and up into this third form, I would like set like averages that I'd want to get in the individual subjects, and then I try to allow myself to then get the whole average of a 90. So it's just like simple small goals first, and you get a big outcome in the end.
Yeah,
So like
that's
the small
good. That sounds good.
milestones, it really makes you feel good about yourself when you get small milestones a lot, and then you can work towards something big in the end. So that really helped me. Also the timetable thing really helped me as well. Definitely don't procrastinate.
Yeah, guys,
Don't procrastinate.
procrastination is the killer of
Don't.
your dreams.
Don't do it.
Don't do
You know,
it.
time may seem short, but like if you actually plan out a day, you can see how much things you can do in 24 hours. and
Exactly,
you're so shocked.
for real. You'll be shook.
Like just plan, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and try to like don't make like unrealistic plans or unrealistic goals, but do make small miniature goals that will get you to like a big goal. So for
Yeah.
instance, like Leonie said, she wanted to get like an average in this subject, and that would get her one step closer to getting an overall better average. So make miniature goals that will lead you to a bigger goal.
Yeah. Another thing too, just don't be too hard on yourself. Like give yourself some ratings.
Facts.
Like honestly, just kind of remind yourself, say school and not everything. You do this because this is the minimum of education that you really need to have, and you just try to be something in your life. Just for me, I always have a big goal, and I remind myself why I'm doing things, so that I can motivate myself when it's getting hard.
For real.
So just kind of, don't be too hard on yourself about
Yeah,
things.
and like motivation is a thing I want to talk about, because like I hear motivation and self-discipline are like two different things, but they can work hand in hand.
Yeah.
Your motivation will die more while you're not gonna feel the vibes, feeling nothing. But you see, you have to like self-discipline now is when you know that because I know I don't have the motivation, but I know I have to do this.
Yeah.
So remember those tweets.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like secondly, you have to, maybe right now you might not be doing the courses and subjects that you want to do, because I know, like for instance with me, I'm not even sure that I wanted to do like all sciences throughout
Same.
sixth form. So when it was like the last, like senioritis kicking in, and I'm just like, really, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So my motivation, basically died, dwindled. But I know I had the discipline to say, well, I know that I want to go to college and I can't flop my last year because them don't want to flop me. So, that's, you kind of have to like remind yourself when motivation dies.
Yeah. So some people can't use planners, but if you can't, just stick to like a homework book and just write down everything that you have and just tick it off when you finish. But if you can, just get a planner. Just try it. At least try it. Don't say you don't like it.
And
try it.
Figure out what works for you from, like, if you're in like 7th grade or first form, big up yourself for finding this video, because you have to try to figure out what works for you. So try different tools in studying. So like probably I tried study cards. I really like study cards.
Same.
Visual learning, so watching videos, listening to stuff, maybe recording yourself, because like different things work for different people, and you don't want to book up on like your big exams, so like C-Sec and CAPE, and then you realize, say, I don't know how to study. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, that's shambles.
Yeah.
It will be raps.
Yeah, honestly,
for
guys,
you.
Like, another thing too, when you're in school, try learning in the classroom.
Facts.
Honestly, there's no reason why I need to actually go home and study. Like, I understand read over, but in the classroom, given you have a good teacher, or try learn as much as you can in the classroom. So when it comes that time when you're studying, you don't know anything, because that's when you're gonna be stressed.
For real. And no, you don't want to be in a case where you have to teach over yourself.
You need to know something, at least something.
And a good tip too is to do reading before.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to understand anything. You can read and don't understand nothing what you read, but you see, if you have some level of base information to learn on, so when the teacher is teaching, it's just like, wait, but did book this up before.
I can just connect everything.
Exactly. It makes a big difference, trust me.
Yeah. Broad reading. Yeah, that's true. What else I use? I use a whiteboard as a study
I use that
item
too.
as well. Like, definitely when it comes to like science subjects like bio, when I need to study diagrams, I'll draw it over.
Yeah, facts.
When I need to like study like maybe dates, if you have a theory subject and you need like a bulk of information, just split it up into smaller subsections and just kind of, write it out, memorize it.
Because when I did history, I used study cards, and they were very convenient for me.
Honestly.
And when it came close to exam time, all I just did was just back out my study cards, and so I didn't even really have to rewrite anything. I just had to just read over, and that was good. So different techniques can work for different type of subjects too.
Just
that's good.
Just do research. Don't say I watch this video. Go watch over study.
Facts, for real. Yeah, man.
Just go watch over study. Just remember, say grades don't define you. You define yourself.
And it's just one aspect of you. Like we are not one thing.
Nope.
So your grade shouldn't define it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's not that serious, guys, okay?
It really never is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're at social life.
Woo!
Yeah, party. This is a big one because this encompasses like friends, and your family and your extracurriculars and stuff like that. I think what you shouldn't do is don't be a dull Jane. So don't work unless you like to work and not have free time. But everybody needs some time to de-stress, and one thing I realized too, like, you have a lot of persons that look down on you if you like to party, and I don't think you should. Don't do that because everyone is their own person, and as long as you're doing what makes you happy, and it's not, infringing too much on or at all on your schoolwork, then by all means,
Yeah.
go to party and enjoy yourself, responsibly
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I don't think all you need to have is a balance. Really, that's what I feel. Balancing it is key because you don't want to have too much party and neglect another aspect of your life, but you don't want to neglect your social life either because it also encompasses networking as well. And as I said before, your network is your net worth, and you meet a lot of people outside of the academic
Realm.
setting,
Yeah.
exactly, an academic realm. So don't count it out. It is actually important.
Yeah, it really is. And I'll say that definitely as persons who are about to leave our home, Jamaica, and go elsewhere to study for school, it's very important for you to have, sentiment in where you were and, memories, and to
For
have
real.
explored the country that you're in or the community that you have been around. Like, it shouldn't be a case where you regret not going certain places.
Yeah, or trying to do it
Honestly,
like at the last minute.
yeah, like honestly, I know there's a lot of things that we are forced to do, and like meaning it is, kind of construct of society to go to school, and be successful and stuff like that. But I think it's really important for you to have, your times where you are able to just lay low and relax, and you have people that you can do that with. Like, sometimes when you're overworking yourself or you're just grinding, you forget that you're a human being, you're not a machine, you're not a robot, and you need to just relax with people
for you.
and enjoy life. So there just really needs to be a balance, as Chelsea mentioned. Just try to balance it as much as possible and just live for yourself. Don't live for nobody else.
For real.
Nobody else.
Live for yourself.
Just don't.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, if you think like partying and stuff is not for you,
Don't need to. There's so many other things to
you can do. Exactly. Social life isn't just like that. It's
Yeah.
just how you relate to other people, and you want to make sure that you have good
Yeah.
social skills.
Skills, yeah. Just like it's even practice for the real world where you'll need to just be able to speak and, just have charisma enough for people to remember you.
Exactly, because that gets you far away, and
Swear.
really and truly, it's probably what's gonna set you apart when everybody have the same
Characteristics.
as you. Exactly. So,
Yeah. Definitely important.
nice. Oh, social media is a big part of your social life too.
Yeah.
And we know we're young and stuff like that, but you want to be as responsible on social media as possible because it follows you.
Yeah.
And because we're going out into the working world now, or like school, and I remember applying to some colleges, they asked for my social media handle.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Wow.
yeah, exactly. So they watch you on social media because you're going to be a representation of them, and I want to know how you put yourself out there for the world to see. Because I mean, once it's out there, it's kind of hard to get it, gone, if gone at all. So you want to be as responsible as possible, and whatever you post, just make sure that you know that there will not I don't want to say consequences, but it always has an impact.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that you can't post a bikini pic or whatever, but just know that it's shaping
The image.
your image,
Yeah,
and
honestly.
what you want
People to perceive you as.
people to perceive you as.
Yeah, because that's where people may find
Yeah,
you
man.
for the first time.
The first time, exactly. People may know your social media you, rather than the real you first, exactly. And you want them to have a good perception of and understanding of you from social media.
It's very true.
Believe it or not, so your personal brand is important as it
Just be
relates
careful.
to social media as well.
Be careful what you put out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Hi. So now we're gonna talk about family and like home life and how we manage that, I guess.
Yeah.
So for me, I live really far. I lived really far from school, and it was like a 2 hour drive or four hour drive in the morning and in the afternoon. So I I mean, I saw my family like you see them in the night and thing.
Yeah.
But I spent most of my time with them, like on the weekends and stuff like that. So yeah, and I know I had to do all of my chores on the weekend, and yeah, so that was something I detested doing too because I don't know, me personally hate housework, so having to do all of that on like within like 2 days, knowing that if I left it up until like during the week, it's just gonna be hectic for me. I don't know, kind of it's like self-discipline, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Kind of instill a certain type of discipline in me as well. So I have to kind of like suck it up, but chores aren't awful.
Yeah,
and trust me, when I went overseas for the summer, because I went to university for the summer, like a summer college thing. And trust me, when I had to do everything for myself, I was just like, what's a good thing we know for iron and them something there,
Yeah, a lot of people actually don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I was always at school, literally. I'd leave school between like 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. because I train in the afternoons. So I'd get to be around my family in the night, similar to Chelsea. And I mean, my family was always very supportive of me and like what I'm doing. So they know that I'm out of the house for a specific reason. But definitely one thing that I learned is that your family should be and can be your best friends first. Like just people that are always there and supportive. So utilize them. Like a lot of people may kind of be embarrassed about their family or they're just not as close to them, but like try to be close to them because they're honestly the most like caring people or the most genuine persons who are like caring about you and have your best interests in their hearts.
And blood thicker than water, guys.
Honestly.
For real.
So like definitely just try to keep a relationship with your family. Like
man, guys. Because I mean, it's your family. Like you kind of stuck with them, so
yeah. And as for the chores thing, guys, just do it.
Just do it. All right. Okay, guys. So serious business. The glasses are on. So we're talking about preparation for life after high school. Mess indeed.
Yeah, that's us right now.
Literally.
Yeah.
But we got through it.
Yeah.
So what? Okay, so I guess I'll probably talk about my experience and then Lee talks about hers. So preparation for life. So it's basically what you've been training for all the years of high school. One. It's hard. It was very hard for me because I guess I was just mentally tired and I just wanted to be over and done with it. So we're in a senior year of high school. We had to do both had to do SATs.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to SAT classes or anything, so we just did that part by ourselves. Then we had to do college apps and the college essays and stuff like that. Plus keep up with our extracurricular activities. Plus live. So like sleep and eat and normal human stuff. And the schoolwork. Like school though, like stop. So I had to do schoolwork. So that was a bit of a challenge for me. I mean, I think for everybody. So like one thing I think you should do though is start early, and ask for help. And I think that's one of the things that didn't, like I'm just looking back and I'm imagining if I didn't start as early as I did, I would have like way more troubles than I had during the experience. Start early and ask for help because there are a lot of resources out there, a lot of people who have done it before you, guidance counselors, different counselors. just ask people for help. It like won't kill you. And guess what? The worst thing that they can say is no. And it's not gonna be the end of the world if they say no. They're just gonna say no, and you like move on with your life. So
One thing I would say, well, my experience, it was hard as well. Just as she said, I was balancing my senior year, last year of school. I was balancing schoolwork, extracurriculars, so that's clubs. I was a president of and captain of 2 clubs / sports. Plus, I had to train. Plus, schoolwork, life, so it was pretty hard as well. But I'll definitely say with matriculation to college, if you're going abroad, you should really do research. Like, so much things, if I just Googled it, if I literally just Googled it, I would have had the answer. One, I wouldn't have to pay, maybe for something that I paid for, or I would have just given myself enough time to prepare properly for something. Like, maybe you're not watching this in your senior year or your junior year, or just that time where you're preparing to leave high school, and you're younger, but just definitely, as she said, ask for help. So research can be done online through conversation. So just do that, honestly,
for
and
real,
you will just give yourself an easier life.
trust me, because it's not gonna hurt to start early. Like, it's not gonna kill you. Just start early, and you will not regret it. Trust me.
And I think really and truly, what you do in high school, just really trying to balance out your life. Normally, maybe what you do in high school, like in terms of subjects or the career path, maybe it won't match what you're gonna do in university or beyond here. But just balancing everything, it's like basically trial and error. It's like a tryout for life. You try, make sure you learn things now, so when you're an adult, you can use what you learned now.
Or you don't make the same mistakes over and over again.
Try out for life. So just take it as a lesson learning, thing. And I think your life will definitely be easier.
For real. And as I said, like, I think we both have been saying it, like, throughout the video, it is really never that serious. It's really never that serious. Like, don't take things to mean like it's the end of the world, because it's usually not. Like, usually you're not gonna die if you fail. So just if you encounter like a roadblock, an obstacle, failure, it's usually like temporary, or God's or the universe's way of telling you that you need to try another route. So don't look at it as the end of the world. Give yourself some time to mope, have a pity party, embrace the grief and all of that stuff, but move on.
Hey guys, so that is 7 things that we learned in our 7 years of high school.
Woo!
I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you got some, wisdom and advice. It was truly our pleasure. We'd love to talk to you guys about it, or anybody about what we've learned, to be honest.
And if there's any tip that you'd like us to expound on more, then definitely comment on either of our videos, and we'll be sure to even do another collab with more people if you'd like. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to Leone
and subscribe to Chelsea. Definitely, please guys, just support.
We have both of us have a lot of exciting content that's coming soon. So we're 2 Campionites ready to take on the world. Woo! And I hope you guys join us in that journey. So until next time,
bye.